What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk about Mario Kart, my favorite video game series of all time. Now, a lot of you have asked me to do this video talking about my favorite Mario Kart games, my favorite Mario Kart tracks, my favorite setups that I use, yada, yada, yada. So we're going to focus on the games today, and if you guys like it, I have no problem doing more of that. Obviously, this is Geeks and Gamers. I do a lot of focusing on a lot of the controversial stuff going on in Hollywood right now in the entertainment industry, but we're Geeks and Gamers. We have a website, and we cover video games on the website. We have a Twitch channel. We cover gaming on the Twitch channel, obviously. We do have the gaming element to Geeks and Gamers, but the YouTube channel focuses on a lot of the more controversial topics. But we're going to talk about Mario Kart. Now, you all know I love Nintendo. You all know how much I talk about Mario Kart. So we're going to dive into it. Now, unfortunately, there has to be a game that ends last on this list, and so we're going to start out from the bottom and we're going to go all the way to the top. Now, Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I'm going to count them as one game. I'm not going to separate Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U versus Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. We're just going to count that as one game, and then we're going to go from there. So, the first game on the list, which is the last game on this list, is, and this is going to make a lot of people mad, I already know, we're going to come out firing with controversy. Mario Kart 64 is number 5 on my list. Now, a lot of you, that was your introduction to Mario Kart. I totally understand that. And again, I'm not hating on the game. I love the game. But there has to be a game that ends up in the 5th spot, and that is going to be Mario Kart 64. Now, going back to the 64 days, I was anticipating Mario Kart 64 in such a massive way. Obviously, 1992's Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo was my introduction to Mario Kart, and I loved it. I fell in love with Mario Kart the day I played Super Mario Kart, and I've never looked back. So, leaning into Mario Kart 64, knowing it was coming out on the N64, coming off the fact that Super Mario 64 was like the greatest game ever made at the time, everybody was hyping it up, we had a 3D graphics, everything. Boom. I loved Mario Kart 64. I loved everything about it. I had no complaints at the current time. But as we've moved on, I just feel like time has not been extremely friendly to Mario Kart 64. Now, my biggest problem with the game is the rubber banding. The rubber banding, oh my goodness, it is really bad in this game, especially coming off of Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. Now, the rubber banding for the AI on the game is, we know it's bad on Super Mario Kart for this SNES. I understand that, but we're talking about competitive Mario Kart, and the rubber banding on N64s is horrible, and it drives me crazy. And that is my biggest complaint with this game. Now, there's amazing shortcuts in this game. We all remember some of those amazing shortcuts. The music is great. It looked great for its time. Some of the races can feel like they go on a little too long at times. It doesn't have that speed effect sometimes that the other Mario Kart games have. Those are the negatives, but it's still Mario Kart at its heart. And there's so many amazing memories that we all carry on with that game. But the rubber banding and the long, drawn-out races, it is a turnoff for me if we're talking about a list of best Mario Kart games. So now I know a lot of you are going to disagree with that. But that's fine. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. I'm just giving you my list. So Mario Kart 64 is my least favorite Mario Kart game on a console. Next on the list, Mario Kart Wii. That's right, Mario Kart Wii. The best-selling Mario Kart of all time, by the way. The Mario Kart Wii sold like 35 million copies. Like, that is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Now, I love Mario Kart Wii. Coming off of the GameCube, Mario Kart Double Dash, the anticipation for Mario Kart Wii was there. And I really love this game. You know, we talk about the rubber banding aspect of Mario Kart 64, and that is going to play into my biggest criticism of Mario Kart Wii. The thing about Mario Kart Wii is you can literally be anybody and pick up Mario Kart Wii, and you can beat me or anybody who's an expert or a great player at Mario Kart. You just can. And that's the thing that drives me crazy about that game. You know, the bullet bill added to it. The weapons are just on steroids in this game at times. It is absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. And from a handling standpoint, I didn't feel that you had as much control in this game as you did in Double Dash, which was on the GameCube, which came out previous to this version. But the graphics were beautiful. The Rainbow Road on this game was fantastic. And the overall, the courses were just beautifully done. Beautifully done. And it's great. Now, Mario Kart Wii actually had online. Now, it wasn't the first Mario Kart ever to have online. I think Mario Kart DS. I think Mario Kart DS was the first. I've never been a big handheld gamer, so I'm not sure if it was DS or 7. I think it was, yeah, it was Mario Kart DS. Had the first online aspect for a Mario Kart game. But my first real experience with online Mario Kart was Mario Kart Wii. And it was, man, it was cool as hell to play online. It really was. Until you just realize, like, it's full of hackers. And it was just really bad. It kind of got out of hand with the hacking, and it was a free online service. It was Nintendo, didn't really put a lot into that, but it was cool. It was cool to have, but Mario Kart Wii was a great game, and I still have it. It's great. I never used motion controls. I hate motion controls. I hate gimmicky stuff like that, but yeah, I love Mario Kart Wii, but it falls into the same flaws as Mario Kart 64 for me, where it's just kind of, it takes some of the control out of the experienced player's hands, and that can be a lot of fun for group play and for getting anybody involved, but it drives someone crazy like me that's played Mario Kart all these years, and you're sitting there and you can just get beat by grandma because she got a bullet bill. Drives me crazy, but I love it because it's Mario Kart, and if it's just one of those things, it has to fall somewhere on this list. We have to have a number 4. That is Mario Kart Wii. Now we get into the tough part of this discussion. We have 3 games left. We have the Super Nintendo version, Super Mario Kart. We have the Switch and the Wii U version, which is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And we have the GameCube version, which is Mario Kart Double Dash. This is insanely difficult right now. Like, we are grasping right now for me to really break this down. Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo is sitting right behind me in a box. That is the game that started it all, and it's stood the test of time, and I love it more than anything in the world. Then we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is playing right behind me, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has taken Mario Kart to a whole new level, and then we have Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube, a very controversial entry into the Mario Kart franchise. It kind of divided fans a little bit. It was probably the most divisive Mario Kart to date, which kind of sounds funny. Because now we're talking about a time where we have The Last Jedi and Game of Thrones, and that's divisive. This wasn't divisive by that standard. But by Mario Kart standards, Mario Kart Double Dash was divisive. Ultimately, I'm going to have to say my third favorite Mario Kart game of all time is Mario Kart 8. And we can say Mario Kart 8, 8 Deluxe, whatever. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a fantastic game on every single possible level. The graphics are by far the best we've ever seen in the series. The courses are amazing. The customization with the different carts and the different setups you can have is unbelievable. The online play is great. It brought back battle mode in the best way it's been since the 1992 Super Nintendo. It's just an amazing game. I love it. And then they brought DLC to it, a very, very affordable DLC. It's got more carts, more characters, more courses than any Mario Kart ever. And it's got online playability, and it's a solid online game. The only negative that I can bring into Mario Kart 8, and it's not a big negative, but the only negative I can bring into this game, it goes back to the same problems I have with the Wii version and the 64 version, and that is the kind of chaotic nature of the game, where at times, and it's not near as bad as the Wii version, but at times the chaos can get so crazy that anybody can win, and that is my number one criticism, and it's not a major criticism because it's not that bad. I mean, it's really not that bad, and I've honestly played against people that straight up just can beat me, and I can't do anything with them. It doesn't matter what I get, I just can't beat them, and I'm a very good Mario Kart player, but I have played against people that straight up just beat me, and I can't do anything about it, and it pisses me the F off. But there is that element to it, but still, man, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just an unbelievable game. I don't even feel right putting it third. I mean, because there's an argument to be made that it could be my second favorite, There's an argument can be made that it could be my first favorite, but it's going to have to land third for now. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, an amazing entry into the Mario Kart franchise, and I'm so happy that we have it. All right, now we get to number 2. These are so, like, I'm weighing this in my mind as I'm talking about it. I really am. Like, I made the decision between 1, 2, and 3 just now. Like, it's moving in my head. Now, the decision between 1 and 2 is right there. And this is a hard one. This is a hard one for me. I'm actively making this decision right now. I'm gonna have to go with Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo as my number 2 Mario Kart game. And it hurts me to say that because this is the game that started it all. I remember back in the day in 1992, 1993, when this game came out, we didn't understand what we were playing. I remember sitting around with my cousins and my friends. We played Mario Kart, specifically Super Mario Kart Battle Mode. We played this non-stop for a year. And at no point did we think about how much time we lost to this game. And I remember looking at my cousin one day and going, bro, do you realize how much we've played Mario Kart this past year? He goes, wow, we have really, yeah, dude, we stopped playing with G.I. Joes. We stopped doing everything. We stopped playing football and basketball outside. We've done nothing but played Mario Kart in any free time we've had. And we didn't realize that. It was amazing. Super Mario Kart on Super Nintendo is just an amazing game on I've said this about the other ones too, but it is Super Mario Kart with the Mode 7 graphics, the entry into this with weapons, like it's a kart racer in the Mario Kart world, and you can throw shells at people, and you can use bananas to block them, and damn it, that Donkey Kong mother effer just won't stop throwing bananas at me, and Peach with her mushrooms that shrink you. The layout of these maps, it had the split screen where you could see the entire field behind you. Man, what a great game. And to this day, it still stands up. This game came out in 1992, and it still stands up to this day. That is incredible. Like, this is the game that started it all, and this game means everything to me. That's why I have that copy sitting right there behind me in the box. It is in a sealed hard plastic case around it. That is the game that has defined me as a gamer, Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. And it really hurts me to put it in the number 2 position, but that's where it's got to stand. But it is an amazing game. It's meant so much to me. You are in control in that game. Like, you are in control. And I don't feel like if you casually play that game and you play against me, you will not beat me. And that is the thing that I love about it, is that I have complete control. You will not beat me if you're just a casual. You have to be someone that plays this game on a consistent basis. You have to know every turn. You have to know every shortcut. You have to know every trick in the book. You have to know how to use that feather. And if you don't, then you're not going to beat someone like me. And that's one of the beautiful things about Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. So, number 2, Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. Now we've reached the point where you all know where we are. And that is my favorite Mario Kart game of all time is Mario Kart Double Dash on the, I was going to say Super Nintendo, on the Nintendo GameCube. Now, why is Mario Kart Double Dash my favorite Mario Kart game? Again, it's close. I mean, we are close right now, all right? Because Super Mario Kart, it means the world to me. But with Double Dash introduced new elements to the franchise. Now, every Mario Kart game is different. Every single Mario Kart game is different. I hear this criticism about Mario Kart. People say, "Oh, it's just the same game." And no, it's not. No, it's not. Every single Mario Kart game is so different. The way that they maneuver, the way that they handle. Like, I can't sit there and consistently play Mario Kart Double Dash constantly and then just jump over and play Mario Kart 64 or the Super Nintendo. I can't do it. because there is such a fundamental difference in the way that each game handles. Well, Double Dash brought the element of 2 characters on a cart at one time, and that was a game changer. That changed your strategy. And then they had specific items per character. So certain characters have certain items, and that was a different dynamic. The maneuverability of this game, the control, the gameplay, the handling of the characters is on another level. It is by far the best handling Mario Kart game ever. The GameCube controller is also an element that you cannot ignore on this game, because the GameCube controller is the best controller ever in my opinion. And when you have that GameCube controller and you're able to strategize with 2 different characters with character-specific weapons. Now again, like I said earlier in this video, this game divided audiences. Or players, I should say. This game divided players. Again, not on a level of where we're at today with social media climates and things like that, but it was a somewhat controversial decision for Nintendo because they did go in a whole different direction than Mario Kart has ever went. And it was almost like the Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube was also a very controversial game at the time. And a lot of people didn't love it. Now, over the course of time has been very friendly to Super Mario Sunshine and Mario Kart Double Dash. But yes, with Mario Kart Double Dash, I have played this game more than I've ever played any game in my life. And that includes Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. I have played this game to the point where my fingers have almost been bleeding because we just nonstop, me and my friends would just nonstop on this game constantly. Now, there's no online playability on this game, so it's just competitive nature. I used to be an overnight stalker at Home Depot. We used to bring my GameCube in there into the break room every night. We would play Mario Kart Double Dash on our lunch. I wouldn't even eat. I was like, every night I was like, I'm just ready to play Mario Kart. That's all I'm ready to do. I just want to play Mario Kart. I don't care about anything else. And we would go in there. We would 4-player split screen. We'd play Mario Kart. We would cuss each other. We would laugh. We would get mad. We would shit talk. It was the best time ever. And it's so cool to have that element. And Mario Kart Double Dash, with everything it brought to the table, with not the customization, but with the playability, with the maneuverability, with the different dynamic and strategy, with 2 characters, with character-specific items, with the layout of the tracks, everything about this game, man. It is the best Mario Kart ever. It's my favorite Mario Kart ever, and that speaks volumes because this is my favorite gaming franchise ever. But yes, I love Mario Kart Double Dash. I dream for the day when Nintendo remasters this game and gives it online capabilities. I hope they don't mess with it, though, in that element. Like, I hope they don't bring the same things they've brought to Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8 with just, the overpowered weapons and messing with the rubber banding. I hope they don't do that, because that's the thing about Mario Kart Double Dash that really sets it apart. It's if you are good and if you know what you're doing, you can be nearly unbeatable at this game. And that is why I love it so much, because none of the rubber banding is in it, the overpowered nonsensical weapons. Now, there are nonsensical weapons in this game, like giant shells, giant bananas, and things like that, but they can be used in such an incredible way if you have the right strategy and the right experience. You can dominate this game if you understand the dynamics of it. You can beat yourself, but other people, if you're good enough, can't beat you. If you're just better than somebody, then you will beat them every time unless you beat yourself. And that's what's beautiful about Mario Kart Double Dash. So, that's my recap of Mario Kart games, console Mario Kart games. If you agree with my list, let me know. If you disagree with my list, let me know. I'd love to talk to you about it. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Now, look, I know a lot of people do a lot of top 5s, top 10s, breakdowns, whatever. I do not script anything that I do on this channel. That's not to say I won't, and that's not to say that there's something wrong with scripted videos. What I'm telling you is everything that you just heard from me was 100% just my knowledge of it. So there might be little things that I didn't mention. There might be little things that I forgot to say, but that's just how I record my videos. I just turn the camera on and I talk. I don't script. I don't pre-note. I don't do pre-game notes or anything like that. I just talk about what I know. I talk about my experiences. But I know that I could do a more in-depth, informed version of these things like a lot of people do, but that's just not how I roll. There are other channels, there are other people that are better than that at me. I'm good at just speaking off the hip, from the gut, and showing my passion for these things. If you enjoy this, let me know. I appreciate it. Check out geeksandgamers.com. Check out our website. Check out our store, our merch store, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And thank you guys very much for checking out this video. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.